of the coolest things about having all these fishing videos online and having all the people look at them is people send me stuff. They want me to try stuff out. They want to introduce stuff. And today we had Stephen Cadero, who made some real lubricants. He's got this high purity oil called Battleborn. And he also sent me Battleborn high synthetic grease and lube. Now this stuff is a little bit different than some of the stuff. It's got no odor, doesn't stain, totally, totally green, you know, that it's natural to the environments and everything. So I told Steve we'd check this stuff out and we'd use it. And what I did is I went out and I got one of these old reels I use. You guys seen this thing a million times. This is the old Fenor Sport Fisher. Now this thing's been beat up. As you can tell, I haven't taken the old line off it yet. But the drag's real bad. And it hasn't been cleaned or serviced in a long time. I took it off some rods. I threw it up on the shelf. I put a new reel on. And this is the perfect reel to try out this new Battleborn product that Steve sent me. Now look at that. That's horrible. That's nasty. That's real beat up. Right? So what I did is I'm just going to clean this stuff up. I'm going to use the Battleborn. And we're going to give you a product review. I just love it when you guys send me stuff. Alright, so this thing is crusty. Okay, get this off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I call a quick service on my reel. I'm going to take it apart, not totally apart, but I'm going to get in where I can get some fresh lubes and stuff in there and I can get a lot of the dirt and stuff out. I need a wrench for that. Alright, I'll get that in a second. I just want to open up the other side. First thing I'm going to do, paper towel, I'm going to wipe everything off. Try to get all the crud out of it. Alright, now I'm going to, first thing I want to do before I do any lube or anything, you notice I'm not doing a lot of cleaning out with water and all that. The only time I do that is when the reel is so far gone that there's salt and like, you know, hard crystals and stuff in there, and then I'll take soap and water brush and but if it doesn't get like that, I'm not going to service it like that. Now, as you can see, I can get it pretty clean. Now this is the top drag. I'm just going to wipe off all that old grease and lube and everything. We're going to try the new Battleborn grease and lube. Now this is kind of cool because it sounds like it's just a real guy that made this product. He's trying to get it out on the market. I mean, the old stuff, the Abu Garcia and all this other stuff that's out on the market, stuff's been around for years. I'm just getting all that old crap off the drag washer there. Alright. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try his Earl. Now, comes in a really cool bottle. You see the sticker and everything? And you see that tip? That's a cool no drip tip. Keep it from going all over the place. And first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to use a little bit. Maybe I got to clip that tip. I think I do. Now one of the things that I noticed when I first opened up my Battleborn Earl is that it's sealed from the inside out. And so it didn't leak out right away. So they got this little seal in here. You pop that out of there. Now the tip's ready to rock and roll. They give you a pretty good amount of this lubricant, this Earl. You give a pretty good amount. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of coat the inside of the reel. There's my towel. I just want to use it, get it in the spring. Yes, I don't know if you can see that, but no big deal. I mean, any idiot can figure this out. You want to put Earl on everything. We just happen to be using this guy's Earl. Now, everybody is looking for the next best product, and who knows, this might be it. I'll put a little bit of Earl in there. Put a little bit of Earl on this. Whoa. That might have been a little much, but better too much than too little. And this is also cleaning at the same time as it's Earling. So far so good. So that's the drag system. Now I'm going to take his lube. Let's check this out. Alright, the lube sure how this cap works, but there you go. It just pulls right off. So this is the lube, and I got it in a syringe. It's a really good way to have lube because otherwise it gets looking like that and you're pushing on it and squeezing it and you never get it all out. It looks horrible. It gets all over your fingers. So thumbs up for the Battleboard packaging, and I guess this is what they would call the technical delivery system. The syringe. Very good. We're going to put a little bit of that in here. Nice. I'm going to put a little bit of that. Now this is all synthetic from what I read in this thing, which is a little different than most. And I don't know. There it is. I mean, it's nice and clear. It's got a good color. Doesn't smell. So put the drag back together. Oh, wait, before we do that, let me put just a little Earl on the spindle here. Oh. Alright, now you got to be careful with that top. It's a good top, but it's liberal. And I just want to put a little bit of this lube. Oh, I love the syringe. That's awesome. I can get it down in there where I want it. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just hope that the product works as good as the guy thought process of how he put the lubricant in its package. I think it's great. Alright, so this is just a quick, like I said, general maintenance, what we do to a reel that needs it, that hasn't been greased up or lubed in a while. So we got finished with the drag system. That should be fine. Now, one of the things that people don't realize, there's a whole bunch of working parts, pieces, and bearings outside the reel. Like right here, this is a roller bearing in here. I'm going to need a little bit of Earl for that. You want to keep that thing. Whoa, keep that thing rolled up. We got to talk about unless I'm using the cap wrong. That thing sure does get liberal. Also in here, where the bail slides up and down, you want to keep that nice and lubed for two reasons. One, so it works. But two, so you don't put too much stress on the bail spring. So I just put a little bit of Earl in there. Just a drop. Should be all I need. Beautiful. So I got in the bearing, and then also on the other side. Very good. So that kind of does it for the outside. Now, what I'm going to do is I opened up the reel, but I'm not going to open it up all the way. I just wanted to get some lube on the spindle in there. And I'm going to get some lube inside there. Man, I love the syringe. Great idea, dude. I got that in there, and then I'm just going to get some Earl in there. Now, I haven't had any problems with the inside of the reel. So this would be a real quick repair. Now, if I heard some crunching, or if I thought a part needed to be replaced, or whatever, I would open up that reel, clean it out a little bit more, and put some more of that lube in there, and clean it the same process. So, Steve, thanks for sending us the new Battleborn. It's got that thing working pretty smooth. Everything's nice. Ah, nice. Thanks for sending it up. Love it when you guys send me stuff. This looks like a good product. We'll let you know in about a month or so after I get it out in the sun and the wind and the salt. Thanks for tuning in to Captain Jeff. And that is a special bonus product review from the Lunker Dog himself, Captain Jeff.